Today we're going to talk about how to make a good first impression at an interview. Interviewing is something that we all do at certain points in our life. Sometimes the stakes are higher and it's for a job that we really want, and we really want to know how to make a good impression. It's really the most often asked question regarding interviewing is how can I make the best impression and increase my chances of being offered a position. There's a couple of key things to really making sure that you do make your best impression. A few key tips that will lead to a higher rate of success. You're going to always be prepared, take notes and ask questions, and dress for success. Arriving to your interview prepared is going to be the first major key that we talk about. Bringing copies of your resume. I always bring a couple of copies. Reason being, you really don't know how an interviewer is getting your information. So if you're filling out an application online or through a job site, a lot of times they don't get the full picture. They really don't have anything like your resume in front of them. So having something on hand that's a visual aid so they can actually go through it and see it really helps them put your qualifications and your face together. So it's actually something that you really want to do. Making sure that your resume is up to date, accurate, double check it, triple check it, make sure everything is on there. You want to make your resume to the point, simple. It doesn't need to be long, doesn't need to be too inclusive. It really just needs to highlight the best things that you want an employer to know about you. So that's very important. Something else that's very important, your professional references. A lot of companies don't ask for this specifically, but this is something that shows that you want them to know that there are people that you've worked with, supervisors, other employees that can vouch for your work and the things that you've accomplished. A lot of times personal references aren't required, but like I said, it's something that really just shows that you want them to know what kind of job that you do. So even if they're not asked for, definitely something that shows that you're prepared and you're ready to hand over this information, and this gives a full picture of who you are as an employee. The second key tip that we're going to talk about is taking notes and asking questions. Bringing a notebook to your interview. Just something little, easy. You're going to do research about the company that you're interviewing for. Now, this is important in a couple ways. Forbes talks about one of the things that people do wrong in interviews is they look at the interview as a one-way street, that they are the ones that need to be being asked the questions instead of them also asking questions. The interview is a two-way street. You are interviewing them as much as they're interviewing you. Having key things written down about the company, questions you have, all are going to help keep the interview on track, but also engage with the interviewer. When you go to an interview and you don't have any questions, it can come off as a lack of enthusiasm, and a lot of times you really want to have a background to make the best impression. You really want them to know that you have done your homework, you have done research, you know the background of their company, you know things about them, you know this is why you want to work for them. Glassdoor.com talks about employers want to know why people want to work for them. That's important. Not losing your train of thought, being able to articulate all of those things, it's only going to help having something like this with you just as a visual. Now, the next key thing we're going to talk about is dressing for success. You might be interviewing for a job that has a casual dress code. Even if they do, you need to come dressed for success. Wear a blazer, wear a tie, dress overly dressed, dress as professional as you can. If, wear a suit, wear a tie, wear a blazer, make sure that you look your best. That's for a couple of reasons. You want to be confident. Being confident ensures that you give the best impression because you're at your most confident. That's the most important. Secondly, it shows that you're dressing for the job that you eventually want, not the job you have. That's something that, you know, a professor told me a long time ago. You need to dress for the job you have, or for the job that you want, not the job you have. So exuding that confidence is only going to help the interviewer be really impressed with you and raise your chances. So today we've talked about, if you come to the interview prepared with just a couple of key items, you really can make a difference, and the interviewer is going to really see you as someone that is a candidate that they really want to have work for them. So now you know the question: how do you make a good first impression in an interview? Thank you.